Hi everyone and welcome to the Go Squadron. My name is Niels and we are here at Agera Automotive and got the exclusive opportunity to show you around this. What you're seeing here is not necessarily a completely new model, but an extension to the Jesko's option list. The Jesko, which was released in March 2019, is named after Christian von Koenigsegg's father, Jesko, who helped massively with the success of the company in its early years by spending a lot of money and time working on the cars and Christian's dream. As it's still a Jesko, as you can see here, it uses the very same 5-liter twin-turbo V8, transmission, rear-wheel drive layout and chassis. But there is a lot of difference made to it, so it can achieve very, very high speeds. The mission behind this car was to create the fastest production car, and if you look at the numbers and details, it seems like the effort paid off. Now, let's come with me and check out the engine. The Jesko Absolut is powered by the 5-liter V8 and it brings out 1,280 bhp on regular pump gas and 1,600 bhp on E85. The maximum torque is 1,500 Newton meters and its red line is at 8,500 RPM. This incredible power goes to the rear wheels through the LST, the light-speed transmission, which has its name due to the shift times of 20 to 30 milliseconds. It is a 9-speed, 7-clutch sequential gearbox and has the U-Pod, which is ultimate power on demand, which delivers the ultimate gear ratio for fastest acceleration. Together with a dry weight of 1 ton and 290 kilograms, this rockets the Jesko Absolut from 0 to 60 in roughly 2.5 seconds. Now, let's move on to another feature which connects the Jesko with the road, the tires. The tires are Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2 and they are mounted on these 3rd generation aircore wheels. And the tires are actually heavier than the rims itself because the rims are hollow inside. You probably noticed a difference between the front and the rear. And the one difference you can't see is that the rear actually has the unique triplex suspension, but the front doesn't. But another obvious difference is the rear wheel covers. They are removable, but if you have them on, that highly improves speed and stability. Apropos aerodynamic features. Well, as you can see, the Jesko Absolut has 2 massive fins at the rear. They improve the high-speed stability and are actually something you'd find on a fighter jet. The air is coming from here and gets divided into 3 parts here, which means that there are way less turbulences than on a regular car. As we are actually at the rear now, let's dive into it. As you can see, there's a lot of changes between the Jesko and the Jesko Absolut. And the main difference is this incredibly sharp-edged long tail. The long tail actually adds roughly 85 millimeters of length to the car. And this means that the exhaust is now completely even with the rear. And as you can see, there's a lot more going on here because there's a way wider diffuser over here, and if you come a little closer you can actually see the tires from here. All this leads to a drag coefficient of 0.278, and if you don't know how much that is, well, it's very, very low. And even though this is probably the most radical Koenigsegg ever, even more radical than the 1-to-1 or the Agera RS or any other model, this car has a lot of comfort features. Some of these comfort features are actually achieved because Koenigsegg needed to have them to have a higher top speed for the Jesko Absolut. One of these is the missing venturi and no triplex suspension at the front, which means that you can actually remove the roof and store it under the front hood. Another difference are the generally softer springs, because you have about 90% less downforce at top speed compared to the Jesko Trek. And as you know, softer springs means a lot more comfort during your ride. There's actually another cool feature if you want to daily drive your Koenigsegg Jesko. And no matter whether you have the Jesko Trek or Jesko Absolut, you can actually lift the front by 5 centimeters when you're coming across a speed bump or any other obstacle. And apropos obstacles, this car has the Koenigsegg electronic stability management, which allows the car to stay stable under even the harshest conditions. Another very cool feature to daily your Koenigsegg are the cameras all around the car, because at the inside you have a screen which shows a bird's eye view of your car when you park it. One of them is, for example, here. Another camera is actually down here at the tow hook, because if you have to tow your Koenigsegg because you want to trailer it and don't put too many miles on it, you have a big mount to support a tow hook down there. The next feature I would like to talk about is the Autoskin. And Autoskin is Koenigsegg's system which allows you to open all body panels, no matter whether it's the front hood, the doors or the rear clamshell, just with the key which works as a remote. All in all, I can say that this car looks a lot better in reality than it does on pictures. It's a lot more grey than you'd expect, and it's just simply massively wide, long and aggressive. Even though there's more softer lines than on the track-focused Jesko, it's still really, really like a fighter jet. Now let's come to the question you're all here for. How fast will it go? Well, we think it'll go well beyond 500 kilometers per hour, which is 310 miles per hour. And now it's up to Koenigsegg to find two things: a brave enough driver and a long enough straight. The only downside is the Jesko Absolut is the fastest Koenigsegg ever, forever, which means that it's the very last competitor by Koenigsegg in the top speed race. Well, we don't have to worry about that right now, so thanks for watching and see you next time.